coolest parts about this whole thing. This is now heat resistant, food safe. Looks like it's a waterfall. Hey guys, it's Paul at the Ugly Motel. I needed a creative outlet recently, and I had a hit on my hit list that wasn't exactly exciting. We had a old countertop that needed to be replaced or repaired, and I got to thinking this would be a great opportunity to try to use stone coat countertops. So if you're interested in residential or commercial remodeling, or this is just kind of your thing to watch, be sure to like and subscribe, follow along and see how we upcycled this old countertop and made it into something that is definitely unique. That thing right there. That thing right there. A couple things right here. It's all just sand down, by the way.
You can also router the heck out of it. The goal is to round these edges slightly so the epoxy flows over.
Okay, so Keith went through and applied the stone coat countertop undercoat, which is basically just a primer. And then obviously he's mapping out all the area, or he's taping off the whole area with this stuff so we don't have any overspray. These little troughs here are gonna catch anything. So this is actually a product. If you go, there's a YouTube channel on it, Stone Coat Countertops. They have these epoxies pre-done, and it comes in like a kit. Are Stone Coat countertops gonna be cheaper than regular linoleum countertops? No, but they're gonna be a lot more fun, a lot more unique, and they're gonna cost about the same if you have older ones that are in decent condition with just a couple nicks and chips in them. So. Okay, so this is definitely not going to be the color choice that my wife would approve instead of my house, but maybe in a man cave or something cool, or a bar, this might make sense. The problem was Menards was out of all the spray paint for the colors that I wanted, so here's what we got. This is what I got. I got some kind of shiny blue, I got John Deere green, I got like a sparkly white, I got rust, or not rust, copper, antique pewter. And then glow in the dark, just because, you know, why not? Anyhow, and then I've also got some extra fun pigments from a craft that me and my kids were doing. So we have some options. My thought was maybe I could do something kind of like a Smithsonite rock. Maybe, I mean, you're never gonna find a Smithsonite countertop, so maybe I'll just do something kind of similar to that, some kind of like rusted metallic quartz look, veins of turquoise or something. I don't know, the nice thing is, it's art and you can't mess up. And worst case scenario, I can always put another layer on top of it, completely change it. So here we go, here's my attempt at stone coat countertops, using the actual stone coat countertop mix. We've tried different versions of different epoxies, and actually, this is the easiest one to go with, so. All right, so we'll start off with the epoxy. We'll cover everything in a layer of epoxy.
Okay, notice that this is a 1-to-1 ratio. I started off thinking I was going to need just a little bit. I think we ended up using 3 cups for this entire project of first coats. If you can't tell what I'm doing here, I'm troweling out all the epoxy just to kind of, it's self-leveling, but you want it to basically be spread out as much as possible. This should be inside the little kit you get from Stone Coat Countertops also. Might be sold separately. I think it's like a little 1/8 inch trowel or 1/4 inch trowel sold specifically for this. What awesome countertop doesn't glow in the dark? So I'm putting a base coat of glow in the dark spray can on it. Because it's awesome.
There. Ooh, sorry. Alright, so that was really useless and not necessary, but fun. Okay. So my base layer is going to be kind of bluish green rust. So right, now we're just gonna kind of swirl that around. So you get epoxy. Yep. Just be creative. Our goal is just to kind of get the epoxy to kind of lay flat. So kind of just skin coated like an angle maybe. And then it kind of sits. So it creates little arches and then it collapses. Little arches and then they collapse. Basically look less straight, man. Just so you know, I'm making these rules up as I go. I watched several of the Stone Coat countertop videos and I love them. And I've tried different versions of epoxies with it because I'm cheap. And this is actually my favorite version of it. And this is my first time trying to do an exotic type countertop. So if it comes out stupid, oh well. Normally we're remodeling a hotel and all of our rooms look like this, but this is kind of fun. So this is on the apartment building behind the hotel. And it's just something I wanted to try out. Get a little bit better with. I thought it was kind of fun. If our goal is to try to get a demographic higher paying guests, maybe I get something like this that people like, maybe it looks stupid, maybe people hate it, I don't know. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's really hot. Whew. Okay. Need some blue on this corner. A very green. Little green goes a long way. I'm not gonna go too crazy green. Alright, John Deere, calm down. This would not be Stacy approved at all. For those of you guys that are wondering what's going on with the hotel, I haven't done an update video in a while. We had a hard couple of weeks, stressful type thing, so I just wasn't really doing a video, I guess. So the annex hit list is done. We have our inspection on Wednesday. And then we're kind of expecting to be able to open up the annex after that. We'll continue with hotel remodel. Again, our mayor's seem to tout how she wants to, we're providing lots of housing in Lincoln. So, I don't know, maybe it's in her best interest. Maybe it makes sense for her to be like, yeah, I'm not shutting down hotels and apartments for no reason. Alright. Here's the end of my first little glass layer. Honestly, if I left it like that, that'd be kind of fun. But, I don't know. I kind of want to go with my idea and finish it off. I don't know if you can see it that way. Now to mess the whole thing up. Okay, so I'm not convinced that I love the entire thing with all this chaos that I'm doing on here, but I do have a plan. So wait 2 seconds. So the stuff that I have inside this bottle that's about to come on the screen is actually just isopropyl alcohol.
and what it does, it kind of breaks apart all those colors into like fracture lines and little blobs. So I have an idea behind where I want to go with this. I don't know if it's actually going to work, but let's see how this forms. If it looks cool, or if I completely just ruined it. Because honestly, the blue and white would have matched the cabinets just fine. I didn't need the nasty colors.
Okay, so my last layer is going to be white. Maybe some gray. Probably just white. I like this one. Kind of feels like it lost its look. I like how it's looking. I think it looks fun. Let's mess it up. A couple more ideas I want to play
with. Okay, so this is just an epoxy resin, and I'm going to be adding some isopropyl alcohol to that, so hopefully it'll do the same cool effect, but like have like a ring of the epoxy blue around it. Again, so this is just something that I'm messing with. I by no means am an expert at this at all, and you can tell that by how wonderfully precise my artwork is.
Now you can see these little blobs of blue are coming through. Looks more like a rock. I think that's the end of epoxy base 1. Now I can either put a clear coat over this and leave it, or I can come back through with white. Alright, this is the next day after it dries. Came out really cool. Still a little bit of weird green there. Didn't hide as much as I expected. This came out really fun. One of the coolest parts about this whole thing, this is now heat resistant, food safe. It looks like it's a waterfall. I like it. It's not too overbearing brown like I expected. So it came out kind of like happy. That needs more paint. But yeah. Okay. Now I'm not going to bore you with the details, but we're going to sand this down and with 220 grit, and we're going to put a coat of clear on it. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Be sure to like and subscribe.